Hello and welcome to episode 37 of the Throwback podcast. I'm Mark from the Throwback store and I'm here with Ginger Shaq. How are we doing?
I'm good, mate. Just happy to be doing a pod with my best podding friend of all pod friends.
Fantastic answer, because I need some positive vibes after the old Trae Young gate.
I mean, if anyone wants to know what date this pod was recorded on, the pod was recorded on Friday, the 25th of June, because Mark has been incommunicado for the past 5 days. He even buggered off to a different town to get away from it all.
Took some time out after the playoff run. Very disappointing.
He signed off work for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I've got two weeks off work. Do what I want.
Compassionate.
Yeah, but fair play to the Hawks. The best team won overall over the 7 games, which is what it is, isn't it? You know, you can't argue with getting beat by a better team, better coach team. That's what it came down to, and same over on the other side with the Bucks and the Nets. It's exactly the same thing. The better coach team won in the end. Obviously, the Nets had injuries, but overall, I think the Bucks were the better team. So everything in the Eastern Conference kind of. Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. It's going to be a good matchup. I watched game 1 the other night when I was away in York. Stayed up for that. Great game. Trae Young again.
Just to clarify, at the beginning of the season, me and Mark did say the Hawks were going to be great.
Yeah, we did. They were.
If you'd said to me on what it would have been, episode 2, 3, your Eastern Conference Finals were going to be the Bucks, I'd go, all right, yeah. And if you said to me the Western Conference Finals were going to be the Clippers,
yeah,
I'd be like, all right, yeah. And then if you asked me to fill in the blanks, at no point would I have followed the Bucks versus Hawks as.
Yeah.
And I'd have probably said there's more chance of me taking a poop in my hands and clapping than it being the Phoenix Suns versus the Los Angeles Clippers in the Western Conference Finals.
Crazy.
Sheesh!
Absolutely crazy. But it is what it is, isn't it? And
in the words of Patrice Evra, I love this game.
Yes, exactly that. It's been a crazy season, hasn't it, really? A lot of ups and downs, a lot of teams that have underperformed, a lot of teams that have kind of overperformed. And now in the playoffs, you've got like people getting injured and COVID coming into play now and all of this craziness at this time of the year that we took for granted that the reason players would be playing would be down to like being fit or healthy. But now we've got players who are fit and healthy, but are not playing because of COVID, which is an old new world, isn't it? It can completely ruin a playoff run.
I mean, I think the whole, like, in terms of just sport, this week, the whole COVID isolation, dynamic. Obviously, we are a basketball podcast, but there was the whole sort of Billy Gilmore for the Scotland national team.
Yeah.
For COVID. Mason Mount, not allowed to play. He's got to isolate.
Mad.
But the Scotland team that spent more time with him It's just you're never going to get to the bottom of it, mate. Are you?
No, definitely
and
not.
when you seen that CP3 news, you were just like, is there an agenda that CP3 doesn't win a chip?
I know.
Like he got vetoed from being traded
to the Lakers.
He got injured when his Rockets team nearly took out the Warriors. Like, in terms of bad luck, Chris Paul's had it all.
Yeah, but he was back. Was he back last night?
I think yeah,
and they got beat, didn't they?
Yeah. So maybe it's nothing, but I think it's worth saying that Chris Paul was out for game 1 and 2, and a Phoenix Suns team of DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker and Jay Crowder took a 2-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals. That's like...
Jay Crowder's sick, you know.
I've always liked Jay Crowder. I loved him in Boston. Yeah. He's a player that if the Bulls ever signed, I'd be like, yeah.
Jay Crowder's sick. But yeah, the Clippers got beat. The Clippers won last night, making the series a little bit more... I thought we might have been Suns in 4 again, but it's made it a little bit more competitive. And let's see where that series goes. I think that could be now. I don't know. Once you get that one game, it's like a bit of a okay.
When a series is 2-0 and it goes to 2-1, I always feel like you never think it'll go 3-1.
Yeah,
you always think it'll go 2-2.
Yeah, it's the momentum switch, isn't it?
You know what I mean? And obviously that was evident arguably the Nets Bucks series.
Yeah.
I believe they were 2-0.
Yeah.
And then obviously
it's crazy.
Most stacked roster in NBA history, quote unquote, was put out by a Greek bloke and a Lopez brother.
Yeah. Yes, that definitely happened. And then on the back of that, the stuff come out about Scottie Pippen mentioning KD in a GQ article, saying he's not LeBron James or something, some words to that description.
Like, I'm rocking a Scottie now.
So what's that telling?
It's just stupid.
Are you team Scottie? Like, he's saying KD's wrong.
I've just got no time for any of it, mate. I just don't see the, like Scottie saying, "Oh, he's not LeBron," is like going, well, he's not MJ.
No, I know it's
and if you insulted, Scottie Pippen by going, "You're not Michael Jordan," then he's probably just going to turn around and go, "Oh no." But obviously, KD's just a bit quick with the old trigger finger, and he's.
I know.
He loves a bit of a beef.
He should take like that 48-hour rule thing. He should use the 48-hour rule. If something comes out about you, and if you leave it for 48 hours, by the time 2 days has gone past, everybody forgot what was said anyway.
Well, obviously, there's the belief that he went vegan. So I think he's just trying to get his beef content in Twitter.
Yeah, maybe that.
And it's just like sub-quote tweet. Oh, just.
I don't get it.
Asked with it.
I know. You've just gone out the playoffs. You've just been beaten. Scottie Pippen was asked a question. He's answered it saying about KD not being able to carry a team and all this and that. And like, just just settle. Just let it go, KD. You don't need to answer everybody. You don't need to clap back at everybody. I understand players all have a voice. All players have a voice. All players have the right to say what they want. All players do all that. It's fantastic that the players have a voice. And when the voice is used for the right things, it can be inspirational. But you don't need to answer to everybody. You'll be here forever. You let it go. Just let it go. You've just go on holiday. You've just been knocked out of the playoffs. Take a month off. Just take a month off. Just go on holiday and leave basketball behind for a month. I
think the flip side of it as well is, obviously, like I've said, it's pathetic and it's stupid. And Scottie Pippen's got a book out.
Exactly.
Like he's trying to sell. You know what I mean? He's making himself relevant. It's worth knowing that Scottie Pippen may or may not be in the best sound of mind, because I do believe he recently lost a child. So it's just a bit like, ultimately, Scottie Pippen, Olympic champion, 5 times, 6 times NBA champion. Like, you've got a couple of rings, KD. Cool. But you were also part of a team that got beat by the Raptors.
Yeah.
And yeah, everyone was banking on the Nets obliterating anybody this season. And it only got more and more evident by acquiring James Harden and Blake Griffin and players like that. But it's like Gary Lineker turning around going, Messi wouldn't have bagged 50 in my day.
Yeah.
Just like it's different eras, man. It's different ball. I'd almost take it if it was somebody who had retired and played alongside KD in the league at the same time. And even then, so if Paul Pierce said it, you'd be like, oh, Paul Pierce is full of shit.
Yeah.
But because it's, Scottie Pippen, it's like, oh, let's just, let's light the fire a bit. But yeah, I'm not a fan of it in general. Like, I just hate shit beefs.
It is shit.
Like it's, oh, you said this about me, and I'm going to say this about you. And you couldn't do nothing without MJ. Yeah, Scottie Pippen sat there bankrolling his life. Like,
yeah.
Okay. So if he wants to go after Scottie Pippen, ask him what his wife was doing with Future.
Yeah. That's a bigger question. Yeah, but I just think it's a bit corny, to be honest with you. Like,
this is where it comes out. They both have the same agent.
Yeah, let it go, KD. People are going to talk about you. People, you can't. I don't know. He just loves it, doesn't he? But anyway, going from the
past. You can't beef everyone. You can't beef everyone in their hand, mate.
No. Going from the past to the future, the draft lottery the other day, you've got, if am I right in saying, if Detroit got the number 1 pick? Have I made that up? Or is it the Rockets?
Yeah. No, they have. Yeah, they have.
Did the Rockets get the number 2? I actually stayed up for it and watched it as well.
This is to clarify how prepared we are.
I actually watched it.
I know who got number 1. Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't. Because I knew it was just going to end terribly for the Bulls. Yeah, so top 10 are Detroit, Houston, Cleveland, Raps, Orlando, OKC, Golden State, Orlando again, which is a pick acquired from Chicago, Sacramento, and New Orleans.
Okay.
So I don't know nothing about any of the prospects, but I know apparently Cade Cunningham is going number 1.
Yeah,
apparently, but that's
all you know.
That's what the peeps are saying. That's what the old Nougat Nuggets are saying.
So
The
there was
old
Cade Cunningham. The ones that they were talking about the other day were Cade Cunningham, who, from what I can gather, is a guard, and the number 2 was going to be Evan Mobley, from what I can gather. So it depends what you want for your team, isn't it? It's the old thing of what your team needs. So if Detroit's a number 1, do they want a guard or do they want a big? And the same with Houston. Like, if they get Cade Cunningham, if Detroit get Cade Cunningham and then Houston get the number 2, are they going to pick Evan Mobley because they've got Christian Wood? But I don't know. It depends. It's been a bit of a year for the big this year. It's like the big man's become popular again with Embiid and Jokic, and then I'm going to call Antetokounmpo a big as well.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose when you look at it, like the biggest, and even when let's not mess around here. Ben Simmons as well. He's not a point guard. Like he's
he's a powerful player, isn't he?
The kind of exciting play that you see from bigs these days involve them shooting the free, involve that sort of volume, shooting, spacing, not always just driving into the paint. But I mean, the draft combine's happening now, and probably the biggest thing to come out of it that I've seen is Keon Johnson from Tennessee basketball breaking the vert record.
Yeah.
With 48 inches. But I'm going to have to, which is mental. Yeah. But I am going to have to message our friend Jordan Sutherland to find out kind of what his vertical is. Because as we've discussed before, like, NBA dunk contests aren't the most exciting thing in the world when you've seen elite dunkers do what they can do. Like, it's
yeah, for sure.
But an NBA combine record of 48 inches, that's
insane. 48 inches standing. That is insane. That is insane. But yeah, so we'll just have to kind of keep an eye on where everybody's going. But I think Keon Johnson, they were looking at him being a top 10 pick as well. So if he's jumping out the building like that and potentially a top 10 pick, he could be an exciting pickup for somebody.
Well, I just can't wait for my Chicago Bulls to pick at 38th.
Yeah. I don't even know where the Sixers are. Probably 947th in the draft.
Mainly because we traded our pick in the Vooch deal.
Yeah.
If it was top 4, we got to keep it. But it went to Orlando. If not. So Orlando are picking at 5 and 8. Yeah. So God bless the 5th pick and the 8th pick. Because you're stuck in Mickey Mouse land.
Yes, forever.
You do have a fantastic UK fan base who will absolutely adore you as if you are one of their own children.
Regardless of if you're good or not. Yeah, I think is that us for basketball today? I don't think there's anything else. We can jump back onto basketball because I'm sure there'll be a question about it. But sneakers, sneaker, a big one, was released last night, wasn't it? Not released, but images of the Nike Louis Vuitton Air Force One collab. I don't like the way they're just putting Air Force One on it. It's basically off-white, isn't it? Is what it is.
Do you remember when the Jordan Dior's got announced?
Yeah.
And they were cool. And now it just feels like wearing sneakers was seen as a common person thing. And then you had like people that wore hype beast sneakers, and now it's just a bit of an overreach, I think. Like don't get me wrong, I'm hands in the air. If I had the money and I had the assets, I'm buying the whole collection.
How much are they gonna be? Like, because
they're not gonna be bog standard Air Force One price, are they?
No.
And they're gonna be in a raffle on Louis Vuitton, and
I don't even know if they'll. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know.
I'm gonna go for a solid 1,000.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know. It's a bit crazy to me because you're taking it away from the common man, aren't you? Now you're taking the opportunity away. Like the off-white stuff was cool, like the off-white Jordans and the off-white, like everything. The Presto, I've got a pair on now as we speak. I've got the off-white Prestos on. Like, it was cool because you could get lucky on a raffle. And
you paid retail for them, and if you didn't want to pay retail, then you paid resale. Yeah. But they were generally released as a generic shoe, inline pricing with this standard model of that kick anyway. Whereas now it's just a little bit like...
bit bougie, innit?
Yeah, it's just a little bit like, oh, you wear Air Force Ones. Fantastic. But if you got the Louis Vuitton Air Force Ones, hand sewn by Virgil's fucking fair hands. Well, they're not. Made in the same factory.
Yeah.
Reading inside the shoe, it's probably still going to say made in Indonesia.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, if you had them shoes on a year ago, I'd think you'd bought them in like a Turkish market.
Exactly.
And they were like, hokey.
Yeah, it's just a bit. I don't know. I'm sure people will buy them, won't they? But for me, the point of hype or the point of like hype kicks is that there was always that opportunity that you could get them for retail, and that retail was, let's say, between 150 and 200 quid, which is still a lot of money. But now you're talking Air Force One, Louis Vuitton, like the Nike Dior's, like, come on. It started with Adidas when Pharrell did the Chanel Human Race, and it was like a friends and family thing. And then you were finding them online for like 10 grand and stuff. And it was like, what? The fucking car to deposit for a house? But yeah, it is what it is. And that's the way it is. People do it, won't they? That's just, people pay it. But the green ones look all right. I've seen another couple. I think there's a white pair as well and a high pair. But the green ones look a bit like a dunk in a way.
Them ones?
No, they're a different one.
They're vile. They look like swamp people.
Yeah, I didn't like them ones.
Like the green ones there. Like they're cool.
Yeah.
And so are the kind of like white with a black swoosh.
Yeah. I like them.
Like they're cool. There's nothing been released in terms of what the pricing is.
No, there's not.
We are talking like hypotheticals, but based on Louis Vuitton and the Jordan Dior collab, it's more likely to be Louis Vuitton pricing.
It's upward of $1,000, isn't it? It's going to be upward of $1,000 for a pair, I'd think. Sticking to sneakers and kind of moving into question time, Rich Stone sent me a pic of a pair of Air Force Ones, I think they are, with leopard print, jaguar print, I don't know, snow leopard print is what it'll be, won't it?
All right, Atom, bro.
You'll see a picture anyway. I'll put a picture up of the shoe. And he was asking what our thoughts are on this model, on this silhouette.
I had a light grey and dark grey zebra print Air Max 1.
Yeah.
And it was probably one of my favourite shoes I've ever had. So I am partial to a bit of animal print.
Yeah.
Unleash me and a Pat, me and a Cat Slater from Enders.
Yeah. You're not a little bit of a slag. You're a proper slag.
Like, you proper slag. But it's, I don't know, like they'll either do really well or I'll get an email off Size or Foot Patrol to say, now in the sale for $89.95.
Yeah. I think they'll do well.
But then another shoe that I thought was just going to clear off the shelves was the Ray Gun Air Force One.
Yeah, that sat, didn't it?
Like, even my missus' dad was looking for a pair of kicks the other day. And he got them up. He's like, I quite like these. I was like, yeah. Like,
mad, isn't it? That
like 2 months later, like, yeah.
Sit. Some do though. Some sit. Some go, don't they? Some bang it. I don't know. Let's see who wears them. Do you know what I mean? Let's see who wears them, and that could be the difference between them banging and selling out immediately. But they look nice. I like them. I'd wear them.
I like an Air Force One. I don't think you can.
I like an Air Force One. Big fan.
Timeless.
Big
timeless.
Fan. So from that, we both like them, Rich Stone, just so you know.
Big up the Rich Stone.
Yes.
Poolside Stone.
Yes.
Hey, 22nd of August. GG3X3.
Yeah, that's big news. Big news. 22nd of August. I spoke to Martin the other day. I had a conversation about a couple of things that I'm trying to work on with the GG3X3. But yeah, there's going to be 4 courts on the go this time, isn't there? 2 DJs. Sick vibes, as there was last time, and all the other stuff that comes with it. So big up Martin. He's doing a dunk contest again. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be there. I'm sure you'll be there.
Hopefully, should be.
Yeah, right. Apart from that, let's get on to... I think basically I can't get on it because my phone's just died. I think what Stu's question of the week was this week. He was talking about
Stu's question of the week.
Yeah, what he was talking about was who had through history the best kind of selection of jerseys, and he was talking about, I think he was talking about the Suns.
Yeah, so he's put Suns in 4 guy brackets legend. Had me thinking about their back catalogue of jerseys, and they could arguably have the best history of jerseys. Question mark. Magic also. It's not the fucking Celtics, is it?
Yeah.
Once again, Stu, you had to go at me for the blasphemy, for them little ears, that beautiful lad of yours, and you're the one throwing the big, long, jibey words towards them fantastic people in Beantown, and they're super creative. Let's just make it fucking green all the time. Franchise.
The Green Bean.
Greentown.
Yeah. Looking back in history of basketball jerseys, my selection would probably be between the Hawks.
Okay.
The Sixers, and I'll tell you why. Not just because I'm a Sixers fan. As he said, the Suns, who have some of the best jerseys in the NBA, and the Nuggets.
So I think you've got a strong shout there with the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I think they go understated because you've got the whole kind of mile-high skyline vibe. And then you had the whole baby blue era.
Yeah.
And then even now they're pumping out nice jerseys.
Yeah.
But for me, wall-to-wall franchise, the Miami Heat.
Oh, okay.
You've got the Floridians jersey. You've got the white hot, the red hot, all of the Vice jerseys, the military jersey, standard Miami Heat jerseys. I think they're a slip. I can't pick the Bulls.
Yeah. The only reason I mentioned the Sixers is because the Sixers have had so many different styles. So they're
all synonymous with championship winning teams.
So they've had so many different styles. So they had this one.
How many championships do you win with that one?
The same. They won this year. Yeah. Forget it. Let's just take the Sixers out of it. It's probably the Nuggets, isn't it? Or the Suns. The Nuggets. Yeah, the Nuggets, I think, probably be the closest.
I think we do have to mildly respect the Lakers' back catalogue. Mildly.
Yeah.
Like you got like the MPLS jerseys, you got the Latin Knights jersey, you got the Sunday Best, you got the Black Mamba jersey, you got the like the standard jersey that they wore, 80s to 90s, like.
Yeah. If we're talking about like, I think what Stu was kind of on about was like wavy jerseys, like I don't know.
I feel like this in itself. Again, Stu with a mentally good question.
Yeah, very good question.
I'm going to arrange to get Stu a cup.
Yeah.
It just says like
Stu's question.
I am the question master. Because this in it, like then you talk about wavy jerseys, you're like, well, we have to look at the Nets.
No.
No. You do like the tie-dye jerseys, the OG like Irvin
wavy jerseys. Does it come any wavier than that jersey?
Yeah.
No. Probably the waviest jersey in NBA history. Talk to me about the Sixers not having wavy jerseys. What?
I didn't say they weren't wavy, did I? Get shit out of your ears.
Sixers are
saying if we talk about wavy jerseys, I have to talk about the Nets. Oh no, it's the Sixers. Yeah, I'm a bitter.
What have the Nets done? What, they've just had one tie-dye jersey and then the world's gone mad?
Coogie jersey.
The what?
Like the Biggie jerseys, they were nice.
Yeah, they were nice.
And then we even go back to like the Dr. J Nets jerseys.
Yeah, they were nice. They were nice. Yeah.
And then the original Brooklyn City jersey. With like Brooklyn across it. There's a bit of a skyline on it.
Yeah. Still shit though, overall.
Fine. Nobody disrespected your Sixers. The only person that disrespected your Sixers was that bum-ass Aussie motherfucker you got playing for you who can't do shit. So swallow your pride.
Don't
and
disrespect
Doc
me.
Rivers in his Coach of the Year status can swivel on my tiny ginger fingers.
I think you meant forget it. You said it. Yeah, it wasn't Ben Simmons that fucked us. It was Trae Young that fucked us.
That was though, wasn't it? It was Ben Simmons. Like, he's the worst player in the league.
Yeah, today he is. Anyway,
like, rein it in.
Good shout, Stu. Good shout with the Suns. The Suns are definitely up there. We didn't mention the Hornets. The Hornets have one of the nicer jerseys.
Yeah, all right, yeah. It's not Pacers, is it?
I know. Yeah. Pay.
Or Bucks.
Bucks had some good jerseys. We could go through the full history, but
you know who we can say it just categorically? It's not the Celtics.
No.
It's not the Spurs.
No.
And it's not any team from New Orleans.
Oh, wait a minute. Could be, though.
No.
Could be. Valentine's Day jersey. Oklahoma City jersey. Oh, yeah. Mardi Gras jersey. See, now you're starting to think. I'm telling you now that the New Orleans Hornets may have had the best run of jerseys. All right, well, do you not think so? Even if you just talk about Chris Paul's rookie jersey, the teal one, and then they had the white one, and then they had the yellow one, which were all nice. Dope jersey. And then you had the one that just said Oklahoma City on it for some reason because they moved over for a little bit. And then the Valentine's Day one, and then the Mardi Gras one. Some of the best jerseys the NBA's ever seen, actually. So that's my shout. If we're calling them the Hornets, that's my shout for it. But we'll see. We'll see. So we're almost at the end, I think. Player number 37. Hit me.
Nick Van Exel for the Warriors.
Crazy.
Like, I haven't even looked at
it's a lot of players. It's a lot of players that were coming apart from Meta World Peace. But like Nick Van Exel with the Warriors, Derek Fisher with OKC. It's players who've just jumped on a team late on in their career and they've gone, we've only got this number left.
Like, yeah, it's like 37 shall forever to me be known as the vet min number.
Yeah. 37.
What's that? You signed a vet min? 37.
Yeah. Anything between 37 and 39, like Dwight Howard this year, 39 at the Sixers. 39. Just give him 39. But yeah. So I think that's it. I think we're done for another episode. Who just before we go, who do you think's gonna come out of the East and the West?
Bucks Suns finals.
Hawks Suns finals, I think. Just putting it out there.
The worst case scenario for me would be a Bucks Clippers finals.
Yeah. We want Buck in the finals. That's what we want. Yeah. We want Buck in the finals.
I'm just like that. That to me is just meh. Well, I'm not feeling that at all.
And an early shout now, an early shout before this season's even finished. book for MVP next season.
Okay.
Just putting that out there. Book for MVP next season. Anyway, that's
Jay Crowder for 6th man of the year next year.
Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're sucking diesel. Now we're moving. Right, done. Dusted. Thanks to everybody for watching, subscribing, commenting, sending questions. We can't just have Stu's
questions. I can do that now because I've got a microphone.
Yeah, we can't just have Stu's question of the week every week. We still will, but we can't just have that. So we shall see you on episode 38. Peace.